Hello everyone. Welcome to my oral defense. My thesis that I gonna present today is a virtual ethnography of the Chinese video platform Bilibili. With a central focus on the concept of music as virtuality, the study extends Christopher Small's concept of musicking to examine evolving modes of new musicking on Bilibili. In this defense, I will first introduce the platform, the key concepts of the study, and the methodology of this research. I will then overview the chapters of this thesis. Bilibili is the main field of this research. Stemming from a Japanese anime video site called Nico Nico, Bilibili originally established as an ASG fan site in 2009 and has evolved into a hub that nurtures creativity, fosters niche interests, and cultivates vibrant communities. The name Bilibili is inspired by an animation character named Misaka Mikoto, whose nickname is Bilibili because of her power of releasing super electromagnetic cannon. Since the mid-2010, Bilibili began to expand to a broader audience from its original niche market that focused on animation, comics, and games, and it has become one of the major Chinese over-the-top streaming platforms serving videos on demand such as documentaries, variety shows, and other original programming. Compared with other video platforms, the most unique feature of Bilibili is the Damu function. It allows users to send anonymous chats that appear overlaid on the screen while watching videos. These chats are synchronized with the video, meaning that a Damu sent at 1:30 will be displayed on the screen when the video reaches the 1:30 mark. The chats then fly across the screen. This dynamic commenting system transforms passive content consumption into an interactive and communal endeavor. Through Damu, viewers can express their thoughts, reactions, and humor, generating an ongoing dialogue that enhances the content's impact. Paralleling Alan Merriam's seminal argument of analyzing music as culture, the first key concept this thesis discussed is music as virtuality. The concept of virtuality in the context of music as virtuality is strongly influenced by Gilles Deleuze's conceptual framework. According to Deleuze, both the actual and the virtual possess equal reality. In essence, the virtuality Deleuze articulates encompasses the latent potential and multiplicity existing within a system or entity, awaiting manifestation in concrete and observable forms. This positions the virtual on par with the actual rather than regards it as a mere alternative possibility. Following Deleuze, the concept of music as virtuality in this thesis underscores that the new musicking on platforms like Bilibili shouldn't be perceived as mere substitutes for offline musical engagement. Instead, they are as real as traditional offline musicking. Moreover, music as virtuality seeks to demonstrate that through engagement in new forms of musicking, such as collective musicking on Bilibili, participants collaboratively cultivate fresh potentialities within the virtual realm. This accessibility and boundless potential challenge societal norms and hierarchies in the physical world from both economic and political perspectives. Inspired by Small. Another pivotal concept of this thesis is new musicking within the virtual realm, particularly the phenomenon of collective musicking on the platform Bilibili. Small's definition of musicking underscores musicking's collaborative essence, where all present individuals are involved, encompassing performers, listeners, composers, dancers, and various other roles. Rather than focusing on this form of collaboration between individuals by fulfilling their separate duties, the collective musicking in this thesis underscores how digital technologies like Damu transform individual musical activities into collective actions. In this context, roles and duties aren't rigidly defined. Instead, these roles are collectively executed by participants, both human and non-human, engaged in musicking. This project is firmly rooted in long-term participant observation within the virtual field it examines. As a dedicated user of Bilibili, my virtual ethnography evolves from my profound engagement with Bilibili, which I became a part of in 2015. I consciously opted to employ the same account I established in 2015 to conduct this research. This decision is driven by the fact that my prior participation and observations were all built upon this account. My active involvement within the Bilibili communities had already left discernible traces in the digital landscape. Additionally, my engagement on Bilibili was significantly intertwined with the recommendation algorithm, which recorded my viewing history and personal interests to curate related videos on my homepage, facilitating further exploration. This approach of using my established account also fostered trust among Bilibili users when I initiated private conversations with them. Given that my account had attained the highest user level, other users could notice that I am a committed and frequent platform user, and my credibility on the platform is steadfast. I will then overview the chapters of this thesis. In Chapter 1, I argue that collective musicking has three principal implications. First, digital technologies, such as Bilibili's unique Damu, facilitate seemingly individual musical activities, including production, listening, viewing, sharing, and recreating, to become collective. Second, the phenomenon emphasizes the collaboration between human and non-human actors. To demonstrate this, I will examine AI scene based on Soviets as a case study of such collaboration. Third, collective musicking on Bilibili represents a never-ending musical activity transcending time and space, enabling users to overcome physical distance and interact with each other both synchronously and asynchronously. The popularity of Shin Takurajima macho version on Bilibili serves as a compelling example of how different actors collaborate in collective musicking. The video originated from a remix artist named Mori Mori, who uploaded it on Twitter on May 26. The remix combined the song Shin Takurajima by the Japanese band Second Action with the dance performance of the Mathematics Dance Challenge by the Filipino dance group Icon X. 2 days later, an uploader named 果出果出果 reposted the video on Bilibili under the title 猛男版新宝岛. The video quickly gained immense popularity on Bilibili, accumulating around 140 million and making it the most viewed video on the platform. Damu plays a significant role in the popularity of this video. One prevalent form of Damu on Bilibili is Kongar, where phrases or lyrics in foreign languages are humorously distorted and transformed into Mandarin based on their phonetic resemblance. When the song goes to the line meaning with lines that were shaking and trembling in Japanese, many counter Damu appear, reinterpreting the line as 牛奶, 咖喱, 土豆, 豌豆, 梨, 西瓜, 咸蛋, which are food names in Mandarin. In addition to counter, the Damu in Shin Takurajima macho version exhibits another interesting feature. Viewers implicitly create fake Chinese chengyu to describe the dancer's gestures. These chengyu follow the format of traditional idioms but are not semantically meaningful, such as 猛男敲门, 狗熊蹭树, 宴请八方, and so on. Not only do these Damu adhere to the chengyu format, but they are intentionally positioned in the middle of the screen with spaces between each character. By engaging in this collective recreation through Damu, viewers become active participants, and Damu, to a certain extent, serve as virtual avatars for the viewers, allowing them to be on stage alongside the dancers. Alongside the active participation through sending numerous Damu, viewers also engage in the recreation of this dance by creating various derivative works. For instance, an amateur uploader created a dance cover of Shin Takurajima that garnered significant attention. The popularity of this amateur video is closely associated with its interactive topic. The video's topic states, "I would dance for my entire class if this video becomes popular." This motivates more viewers to watch the video, like it, give coins, and add it to their favorites since they know their actions in the virtual world could contribute to the recreation of this dance cover in the physical world. Similarly, upon opening their accounts, Icon X becomes consumers of these derivative works, leaving comments on various user-generated content. Through this kind of presumption, both viewers such as the uploaders of these derivative works and Icon X collectively contribute to the popularity of this dance. Thus, the name Shin Takurajima macho version not only represents the single video reposted by 果出果出果, but also encompasses a series of videos created by the aforementioned actors. Meanwhile, Shin Takurajima macho version also exemplifies how collective musicking reconstructs the conventional power dynamics between producers and consumers. If one were to search for 新宝岛 on Bilibili, the majority of the content would be associated with the macho version, establishing it as the authentic version rather than Second Action's original version. In other words, in this case the copy overlays itself on the original, and the mass-produced versions overshadow the aura of originality. The second feature of collective musicking is the collaboration between human and non-human. Drawing on Latour's emphasis on the agency of non-human actors, I propose considering both humans and non-humans as indispensable participants in collective musicking. To illustrate this collaboration, I will examine the case of AI scene based on Soviets, a distinctive form of musicking on Bilibili. Soviets is a new technology that has been widely used for AI singing production since March 2023. It integrates two technologies, soft voice conversion and text-to-speech. I will use AI Teresa Ting singing J. Chow's 反方向的钟 to demonstrate how it works. Let's listen to it together.
速实现的画面了钟，从反方向开始移动。
If you are familiar with Teresa Ting's voice and her singing style, you might find this AI singing quite contradictory. On one hand, the timbre flawlessly imitates Ting's, making it difficult to identify whether it is sung by AI or Ting herself. On the other hand, the singing style, especially the breathing technique, differs significantly from Ting's. This example vividly illustrates how the Solvit's system works. First, you need to collect raw audio materials from the singer, such as Teresa Ting, and apply soft voice conversion to train these materials in order to create a Teresa Ting voice model. After obtaining the model, you must select a dry sound, which excludes harmony, accompaniment, and other sound effects, leaving only the pure singing voice. Then you need to initiate the inference process using this. This will replace the original timbre of the dry sound. Then the human trainer needs to rearrange the new dry singing into a complete song, similar to the role of a sound engineer. Apart from the human trainer and Solvits, there are several other human and non-human actors involved in the collective musicking of AI singing. For instance, Jay Chou, as the singer and arranger, and Vincent Fong, as the lyricist, along with other individuals involved in the production of the song Counterclockwise Clock, and 93的耳朵, 不是特别好, who provide dry song and accompaniment, collectively contribute to the creation of the AI singing. Meanwhile, the recommendation algorithm, as a non-human actor, massively contribute to the dissemination of AI singing. Personally, I became aware of Solvits and AI singing when the algorithm recommended the AI singing to me on March 2023. Collective musicking on Bilibili also represents a never-ending musical activity transcending time and space. Danmu makes the musicking on Bilibili a never-ending one that is always live to some extent by involving all the viewers watching the same video from the past, the present, and the future. Therefore, there is little difference between watching the live streaming of a concert online and watching the recording of the concert afterwards, since in both occasions you could interact with others through Danmu. In contrast to the discussions by Hosokawa and Chou on recorded technology transforming music into a private matter, the collective musicking on Bilibili, despite being in the form of recorded videos, reintroduces the social element into musicking. Numerous users watching the recordings from different private spaces in the physical world, and at different times, come together in the virtual public space to interact with each other as social beings. Chapter 2 first analyzes the dilemmas of the existing copyright regime in the digital era and how new musicking on Bilibili raises novel questions related to it. This chapter then discusses how Bilibili fosters a freer hybrid music economy, harmonizing commercial and sharing practices. This chapter will also demonstrate how Bilibili offers greater freedom in user experience comparing to YouTube and Spotify. The new musicking on Bilibili raises three key questions related to copyright. First, under current copyright law, collective ownership is not credited. Instead, the law would separately recognize each part's individual copyright, such as Jay Chou is the singer and Vincent Fong is the lyricist. Second, the distinctive feature of Danmu on Bilibili poses a new question regarding how to protect the copyright of a work that is constantly evolving. Each day a brand new video would be born with new Danmu, rendering it impossible to pinpoint a precise moment when the recreation of the video is complete. This ongoing process of recreation is incompatible with current copyright laws, which only safeguard static works, rather than dynamic ones. In other words, the law only protects music but not musicking. Third, as I elaborated earlier, the AI singing facilitated by Solvits can be conceptualized as a collaborative remix work, which raises a question that whether AI should be regarded as an author protected by copyright law and share the ownership of the work it created with the human trainer. This chapter then discusses how both the platform and its users strive to cultivate a freer music economy by harmonizing commercial and sharing economies. The concept of free encompasses both meanings from the open-source software realm, free as in beer, and free as in speech. Freer here denotes that the notion of freedom is relative and comparative. Bilibili's fanside nature encourages users to appreciate the tradition of sharing their creations as free gifts among friends and others with similar interests. Many users adhere to this sharing tradition, even when they could commercialize their creations. For example, a user named Explosion, a self-proclaimed diehard fan of an animated character named Megumin, created 6 AI-generated Megumin singing videos in March 2023 that attracted considerable attention. Instead of keeping or selling the voice model he trained, Explosion chose to share the AI Megumin voice model and provided a tutorial on using the training software. After Explosion's sharing on March 23, numerous users utilized the Megumin voice model to create AI Megumin songs, all of whom credited Explosion for his generosity.
Nice.
As Bilibili expands its reach and attracts a diverse range of users, it cannot solely depend on the sharing economy and unpaid labor, thus necessitating an embrace of commercial culture. Bilibili's creative incentive plan and 恰饭视频 become two initial ways for uploaders to gain commercial profits through making videos. The incentive plan functions as Bilibili's dividends for uploaders, awarding them based on criteria such as user satisfaction, content popularity, and content verticality. 恰饭视频 are ad-supported videos that promote certain products. These two methods enables the uploaders to work full-time and provide more videos. Bilibili is not the first or the only online platform to adopt a hybrid economy, but it stands out from other hybrid economy platforms due to its greater freedom in both the free as in beer and free as in speech senses. The third section of this chapter compared Bilibili with YouTube and Spotify to elucidate why Bilibili offers greater freedom. When using YouTube for the first time, what struck me most about it were its personalized pre-roll advertisements before each videos, such as the numerous Grammarly premium ads I encountered in these years. Similarly, if you doesn't have a premium membership of Spotify, you are forced to frequently listen to pre-roll advertisements. As a regular Bilibili user, I found these pre-roll ads to be an unfamiliar experience, since Bilibili videos do not feature them. Instead, official ads on Bilibili only occupy a small space on the user's screen, between the video and the comments, which is less likely to distract the users. In addition to advertisements, Bilibili offers users greater freedom with regard to accessing, modifying, and redistributing content. In contrast with Spotify and YouTube that promotes permission culture where users' agency to create need to be authorized, Bilibili applies a free by default mode. The fansite sharing tradition on Bilibili assumes that users willingly grant others permission to use content for creating derivative works. Chapter 3 unravels the historical trajectory of 鬼畜, tracing its evolution from a mere musical genre to a thriving virtual community. Subsequently, the chapter delves into the multifaceted challenges that confront 鬼畜 as a subculture, exploring how this virtual community resists both the homogenizing forces of commercial culture and the overarching narrative of the state. It further investigates the ingenious strategies, including 不当, that this community employs to evade censorship. 鬼畜 is a distinctive form of musicking on Bilibili, where the technique of auto-tune remix is employed to recreate existing songs and gather materials from various audio and visual sources. It assumed a pivotal role within Bilibili, securing an exclusive section on the homepage distinct from the music section, alongside other categories. Let's watch a 鬼畜 video together.
Thank you. Are you okay? Hello, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, thank you. Thank you very much.
鬼畜 places a distinct emphasis on collaboration between uploaders, viewers, algorithms, and, if utilized, artificial intelligence, to collectively construct a virtual 鬼畜 community within the realm of Bilibili. The ascendancy of specific memes and 鬼畜 all-stars, such as Jackie Chan, owes to the collective contributions of myriad videos featuring these motifs, with their dissemination hinging upon active engagement from viewers. Frequent producers and consumers of 鬼畜 videos often consider themselves members of this dynamic community, equipped with an adept understanding of shared norms and prevalent memes, and willingly participating in discussions via download and commentary. Despite experiencing increasing popularity in recent years, 鬼畜 remains a subculture confronts several challenges originating from the prevailing parent culture within mainland China, primarily the commercially driven culture fostered by capitalism and the socialist culture with Chinese characteristics endorsed by the Chinese government. This chapter discussed how the virtual community applies various tricky methods to resist these homogenizing forces. Using the copyright dispute between Cai Xukun and the 鬼畜 community, I demonstrates while 鬼畜 can coexist harmoniously with commercial culture, any challenge to the fundamental tenets of this grassroots culture prompts 鬼畜 fans to defend their cultural domain and uphold its distinctiveness from the commercial sphere. Discussing how 鬼畜 fans protect 鬼畜 videos featuring Ma Baoguo from vanishing after being blocked, I illustrate how 鬼畜 fans harness their limited agency to safeguard their culture even if facing censorship from the state. Another analogous practice employed by 鬼畜 fans to circumvent censorship is known as 不当. Budang has become a prevalent strategy within the Guichu community when specific videos face censorship after their initial release. Numerous users who have downloaded the video will re-upload the censored video onto Bilibili. Should one re-uploaded version be subjected to censorship, followers will persistently upload new re-uploaded versions, ensuring the video remains accessible and alive. Bilibili, as the hosting platform, maintains an ambivalent stance toward the official narrative. Situated within mainland China, it is obligated to adhere to regulations and censor deemed inappropriate content. However, to a certain extent, it aids ordinary users in evading censorship since none of the re-uploading videos would survive if the platform intends to entirely censor them. In this regard, the platform and Guichu fans effectively collaborate in a kind of conspiracy to push back against censorship.